Having good reviews is a super important part of selling successfully online. I don't know about you, but whenever I go to buy something online, I always look at the reviews, and I usually go through quite a lot of them to get a bit of a feel for the shop and the business and make sure I'm buying from someone trustworthy who has a good quality product. When you are the seller, getting good reviews from your customers can feel like pulling teeth at times. It can feel like it's really hard to get a decent amount of people to leave positive reviews. Now, I get a lot of reviews in my shop. A huge amount of my customers leave me positive reviews, and this is not by accident. This is not just something that has magically happened. It is something I have worked on to make sure that as many of my customers as possible take the time to leave me a good review. So in this video, I'm going to break down a couple of ways that you can help ensure that more customers leave you awesome reviews. This is one of many things we're going to be covering next month in the Thriver Circle. Our theme for the month is how to attract and delight your ideal customer, and one of the workshops in there is a much more expanded version of a point that I'm going to make in today's video. So if working on your customer service and knowing who your ideal customer is, how to speak to them, how to entice them and attract them to your shop, and how to convert them is something you want to learn how to do a better job of, come and join us over in the Thriver Circle in March 2025, and we are going to be working on that all month, including a great step-by-step course that is going to help you do all of these things. The importance of customer service was really drummed home to me many, many years ago, where I read an awesome book by Bernadette Jiwa. And I will never forget, in that book, she told a story of a company that was trying to work out how to get more positive reviews, how to entice more customers to shop from them again. And they sent every customer this hilarious thank you message. And that moment changed things for me. And I realized that I was doing a pretty lame job of actually delighting my customers. So step number one is really to communicate clearly with your customers. And my secret weapon when it comes to doing this is the thank you message. I have bought from so many other makers over the years, and almost none of them do this, even to this day. And it really amazes me that more people are not doing this one simple thing that can make a huge difference. I credit this with being the most important thing I do to increase the amount of positive reviews I get. Because when I made this change, it was like night and day. And it is simply this. Every time I make a sale, I send my customers a personal thank you message via email. Yes, every customer who buys from me on Etsy, every customer who buys from me on my website, I personally send them a message. This is not the automated message that they get. This is a message I send them deliberately myself. Now, this takes me probably about a minute or less to do for every customer, because I have a pro forma already written. I have a big long message that I have pre-written. I have one for international customers and one for domestic customers. It's like 5 paragraphs long, it's not short. And in there I weave a story, and the story connects with my customer. In that story, I tell them why their purchase matters to us. I tell them a little bit about us. But while I'm weaving the story, I'm also telling them everything they need to know about their order. Things like when we're going to be making it, when we're going to be shipping it, how long it's going to take to get to them, when they can talk to me, when they can expect a response from me, how to sign up to my mailing list. All that stuff that could be really dry and boring if you just went blah, blah, blah. And that's what I used to do. I actually did this already. I already sent people a little message, but it was like a couple of sentences long and super boring, and you know, it didn't connect with them in any way, shape or form emotionally. Whereas my thank you message today is a completely different story. Now, I have an entire workshop on how to craft this, and you can see mine, and you can basically copy it and use all the steps that I use in a workshop inside the Thriver Circle, which is available right now if you want to join and take that workshop. And I tell you what, if you do make this one change, it is going to revolutionize things. The amount of customers who reply to that message, it's way over 50% of my customers email me back. They say, oh, this is so lovely. I'm so happy to be supporting your family, or we chose you because we liked what you stood for, and this just proves it. Like, I become a real person to them. I'm not just a faceless business that they're buying from. I become a human being who they connect with on a human level. And that means when they get their order, they are so much more likely to go, oh, Jess made this. I want to leave her a great review because she's done such a great job and she was so lovely and she seems like she really cares about me. This is so, so powerful. And if you do this one thing right, it is going to mean you get so many more reviews. And just connect with people. You're going to connect with your customers. You're going to have nice little conversations with them. You're going to learn more about them. From a purely business standpoint, by creating this connection with your customers, if something goes wrong, they are so much more likely to reach out to you and say, hey, this happened, how can we fix it? Rather than just like opening a case with Etsy or PayPal, right? So just from a business point of view, it makes a lot of sense to do this and it can prevent a lot of problems. But also from a human point of view, it's a really, really lovely thing to do. So if you do nothing else, that is the biggest change I would recommend you do. And it literally, once you write this message, it will take you less than a minute to send it every time, and it's well worth the effort. The next thing to do is to exceed your customers' expectations. And the way I always phrase this is you should under-promise and over-deliver. Let me repeat that. You should under-promise and over-deliver. People get upset when you do the opposite. When you over-promise and under-deliver, that is a recipe for angry customers, right? Because you're promising them all this stuff and then not delivering on it, and therefore you're not meeting their expectations. Having a happy customer is about meeting or exceeding their expectations. So by under-promising and over-delivering, you're going to have a happy customer. This might be something as simple as have your designated production time a day or two longer than it actually needs to be. Therefore, they will think that they're getting their stuff faster because they're getting it faster than they anticipated. Even though the actual time they have gotten their item is the same, if they expect you to ship it in 5 days, but you ship it in 3, they'll be like, oh, they got it out the door really fast. That's what I mean about under-promising and over-delivering. The next thing you should do is have a beautiful unboxing experience, and included in that, you should have a handwritten note addressing them by name. Hi, Jess. Thanks so much for your order, blah, blah, blah. And you can have the rest of it can all be printed. You can have your website on there and your social medias on there. I'll put a picture up on screen of what ours looks like with all there's a photo of us and a thank you, and there's a little section where we write a message to people. And also our packaging looks like a present. When people get the little parcel, it's all wrapped up with a bow and it looks really pretty. So that is another thing you want to be doing, is making sure when they receive their order, they feel like they're receiving a gift to themselves. And again, you're making that personal connection with them. Another thing to do, and you can do it on that little thank you message that you send them, and also potentially in the email thank you message, so the written one you put in their parcel and the one you do online, you could in some way encourage them to share their purchase with their friends or on social media. Don't do this in a sort of annoying begging sort of way though. The way we phrase it is, we love to see our products being enjoyed. If you happen to share it, please do tag us so we can check it out. So we're not like saying, hey, please share it. We're saying if you happen to, so you're kind of just tweaking their brain about that a little bit. Please tag us so we can have a look because we love to see it. It makes us happy. And that is how you get more user-generated content that you can then potentially use in your marketing as well, which is awesome, because another thing that people love to see is other customers enjoying your product so much that they put in the time to actually not only leave a review, but leave a photo or a video or share about your product online. That definitely builds a positive feeling towards your business as well. So if you implement all the tips I've shared in this video today, I reckon you are going to see a much larger percentage of your customers leaving you positive, glowing, wonderful reviews in your shop. Now, just as an aside, if you do sell on Etsy, please don't explicitly ask for reviews from your customers. Why do I say this? One reason is because Etsy will send them emails about this without your input. They will send reminders. They will have a little, whenever your customer goes on Etsy, they're going to get a little pop-up saying, please leave a review for these products. That annoys a lot of people. So what you don't want to be doing is being another person annoying them about the fact that they haven't left a review yet. Etsy's doing a great job of that all on their own. What you want to do is be a wonderful person that they like enough that they will put in the effort to leave a review for you, and put in the effort to actually leave something more than it was nice. So by implementing these tips, you should end up with a lot more happy customers who take the time to leave you positive reviews. But that being said, occasionally we all get someone who is not so happy for whatever reason. And before that happens to you, go watch this video so you can see exactly how to deal with those unhappy customers. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.